Hiya, it's Kerry from Mobilates with you today, session number 126. So I've been here for over 2 years, but I know that this week is a special birthday for Virtual Village Hall. I think it's a 5-year birthday. So congratulations to Virtual Village Hall. Amazing institution, resource. Yeah, I love being a part of it, and I come and take part in some of the other people's classes as well, dotted around, especially some of the crafty ones. I like a bit of that, a bit of meditation. If it's your first time with me today, welcome. If it's your 126th time with me today, welcome. We are going to move gently. It's quite a warm day. I have got my new pants on, these sort of swishy trousers, so I keep nice and cool. And today's extra prop, we don't usually use a prop, but sometimes I like to bring a prop in, and this is one of my favorites because it's so accessible to have this. Everybody's got towels. So a hand towel, if it's a bit rough, even better, because you'll get a little bit more texture off it. So I'll just continue talking for a moment whilst you grab your hand towel. I hope you've had a good week. We're going to do standing and sitting. We're going to do lying down, but you could stay sitting. I like to keep it as accessible to everybody as possible so that you can be in different postures and still do the movements. Hi, Jackie. Lovely to have you here. I'm a little bit croaky as well, so I might have to pause for extra water. No bad thing, though, because it reminds you all to have a drink with you and keep sipping as we do our movements. We're going to start with this towel around our neck. If you haven't got a towel, don't worry. We can do it without. But if you have, just drape it loosely around your neck. And now just have a little wriggle and just feel that towel moving around your neck. Feel how rough it is, how smooth it is. Just feel it moving maybe side to side a little bit. And it can be a whole little body wriggle. Who's that? Hi, Christine. Lovely to have you here. And now we're going to grow a little taller. And you know, one of my favourite cues is this tap behind the head. We're just going to take our head back a little bit. And now you can really feel, you can push back into this towel. It's like a high collar almost. And now turn. And as you turn, you'll feel the opposite part of your neck come away from the towel and the other side touch it. And then the other way. The reverse happens now, this side comes away. So just concentrate on the sensation either as the towel's coming away or as the towel is meeting, whichever you notice the most. That's it. And then we're going to do a half circle. And as you do that half circle, think long and like the crown of your head is reaching up away from you. That's it. And then look ahead, leave the towel there for a moment. We'll give our feet a little stamp or a little wipe, put the toes up and down, just wake them up a little bit and check that they're facing forwards. We can have a hand on the belly and a hand on the back. And we're going to start tipping our pelvis towards us and away. So think of this as a bowl. If you're standing, you're holding the sides of the bowl. The underneath of the bowl, guess what? It's down between the legs. If you're sitting, the bottom of the bowl is on the chair. So you can tip forwards like the water's coming out of the bowl. And then tip towards you like the water's coming right onto your belly button. Tip away, tip towards. Now, are you holding your breath? It makes it really hard if you are. So please breathe. And you can use an exhale as you tip that bowl towards you. Some of the air comes out of here and this area will tighten and that helps. And then as you rock forwards, you breathe in. So we just got this gentle tipping, tilting. Hello, Irene. Hello, Elizabeth Rose. Nice to have you here. So you can see the contrast between my top and bottoms and that sort of movement there. And it's just my lumbar and my pelvis, lumbar, the low bit of your back. And then give a little wriggle, a little hip shimmy. And we'll have, let's have some shoulders. One side and then the other. And let the body move a little, turn a little. gentle rotation. That's it. And now shall we try both together? If you're just happy with how it was, stick with it. Otherwise, let's go forwards, breathe in. And as you get to the top, we're just going to hold for a microsecond and now start to breathe out as you squeeze your shoulder blades together and feel them go down at the back. You'll notice my arms are keeping close to the body. They're long and straight. That's it. Someone else coming in there? Oh, no, we're okay. I can see all the notifications today, and we've been having months of Facebook showing, not showing. And today I can see them all. That's so nice. We're going to go the other way. So I'm going to squeeze backwards first as I breathe in. Now they're coming up. Little pause, and now I'm getting ready to breathe out as they come over the top and down. One more like that. And we're done with that. Right, let's a little bit more for the feet. So I'm looking at my feet. There's a gap between them big enough for a book. It's just a good way to space them about hip width apart. Same whether you're sitting on the edge of your bed or a chair or standing. Lift the toes up and down, maybe both together, maybe one at a time, and you're absolutely allowed to touch something you might have as like a mobility aid, or you might be touching a wall or chest of drawers. I mean, it's a bit far away from me at the moment. That's it. And then we'll take our heels up and down. You can take your arms up a little. That may help with your balance. You could touch something. And I don't want you to go so high that that starts to happen. You get the wobbles. We're going to keep it lower than that. Same if you're sitting. You could have your hands just resting on your legs and just bring your heels up and down. Keep the front of your foot down. That's it. Nothing else moves. You don't go forwards and backwards. You just stay really upright. A little bit of tension just here to keep everything still. Perfect. And then we're going to grab this towel between our hands, comfortable width apart. I find, see, it's just at the side of my thighs, that feels comfortable. Hold the tension on it. And we're going to lift our arms up and down. You can't quite see my arms there. I promise they're going up. And you're going up as high as you comfortably can whilst keeping this tension so the towel's not floppy. It's got tension to it. So do that a few times, just any old how. And then we're going to use a little bit of tension here so that our ribs don't go up and down, our back doesn't move. All this stays still, and we're going to breathe. Fingers crossed. So I'm going to take a breath in, and as I breathe out, keeping that feeling, that tension there, as I lift my arms slowly and then bring them down. Breathing out, going up. A little bit of a pull. Breathing in, going down. If you find one arm goes higher than the other, maybe you've got a shoulder restriction, it might look more like that. But we could also bring that in. Let's do it. Let's have one arm higher, one arm lower, and then swap them round. One more time each way. That's it. And then bring it back. We're going to take the legs wider. So you're wider standing, wider sitting. Now we're going to bring this towel up, and we're going to do a little turn at the waist, just a small one. Before I even do the turn, keep tall. If you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, it's a really small turn, a bit like the sort of turn you'd use if you are turning to get out of your car seat. We want to keep that sort of functional movement. It's not a turn when you really twist right round. So hold those arms ahead, wide legs, breath in. And now turn from your tummy. So it's not your arms pulling over, it's your belly, ribs, waist, a bit like you're a twisty waist doll, and then come back to the center. So it's all here. In fact, let's put the towel around our necks and put our hands on our hips. Take your breath in. And now turn from the waist. So it can be just a little one. And back to the center. Turn from the waist. Back to the center. One more time each way. Perfect. Stay with your legs wide. Yeah, let's stay with our legs wide. Change the feet slightly. I'm just going to bring my heels in so my toes are out, but it's wide-ish. Now I'm going to do a hip hinge, and that's taking my bum backwards. And my knees don't really change, it's just my bum. So if you can see, as I go back, my trousers pull against, here's the point of my knee. And then when I come up, here's my hips coming forward. So I'm just taking it back. I might get a little bit lower. And then I come up. If you're doing this seated, place your hands lightly on your legs. Come down. Feels like your bum is really sticking out at the back. Come up. Come down. Come up. Press your feet down as you go down. And you can keep that pressure or release it as you come up. You might want a break. You might want to release it. Variation. Hold your towel out in front. It might be you're going to do that with long arms. It might be you're just going to hold your arms and sort of rest the towel a little bit on top. I would do that if you're seated first and then try the longer arms. Now, hip hinge, great action to do. It's so useful. It's the start of sitting down. It's the thing we use to get out of a chair, go to the loo, all the essentials of life. So it's a really important move. If you've got problems with your knees as well, very useful because the knee points don't go forwards like they do in a squat. If you haven't got problems with your knees, let's bring a squat in as well. That's when our bum goes back, the points of our knees go forward. And then we really push down into the heels to come up. And again, you might do this with longer arms, pulling that towel and then coming up tall. That's it. And one more time. And then we'll do that rotation again, this time with the arms out. Keep it smaller from the waist. One turn one way, one turn the other way. Back to the center. Give everything a little shake out. Let's have a drink. All okay so far, I hope. Right, now let's do a little side bend work. So you might do this with or without the towel. If you can lift your arms upwards, use the towel. And I'm just going to change the camera just slightly so you can see all of my arms. And for this, I'm bringing my legs into a parallel position, like they've got that book between them. My arms, I don't like them straight up here. It's not comfortable for me. This is about right for me. So my arms aren't completely straight. It's fine. But this towel's got tension to it. And I'm going to have a little bit like I've got a scarf. And maybe old times, Duran Duran maybe, back in the day. And then other bands as I got older. But I think Duran Duran was the one where I might have had a scarf. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm not changing my feet. I'm not changing if I'm sitting. I'm not changing my bum on the chair. My bum's going to want to do that, but I've stuck it right down. Now, if the arms don't like being in the air, instead, keep your hands downwards. You could even have them out at the sides like this, or use a hand against your head, if that point is better for you. One more suggestion, if you are bringing your arms up and you're standing, you can add a banana stretch to this. So keep pushing down through the feet and let the hips drift over to the side. Come back to the center, might want a little wiggle, and then drift over to the other side. Take it slow and just see how it feels. This is one where I know I can really bend outwards, but I don't want to push it too hard too soon. So I want it to be controlled. That's it. Back to the center and back again. So we've done that side bending. Now we're going to do a little forwards and pulling back, sort of flexing the spine over. So let's have the towel going forwards and let's pull the collarbones back. And then straighten them forwards towards the towel and back. Forwards towards the towel, and it's just the collarbones and the chest here. That's the only part. Lovely. And now we're just going to flip my arms over so my palms are facing up. The towel is resting a bit like I'm about to serve something. And my arms are in this L shape at the side. If you're in the chair, just come away from the very back so you've got a little bit of room. You might want to give your shoulders a little wriggle, a little roll. We're going to take a breath in. And as we breathe out, we're going to slide this towel back closer towards our chest. And then slide it forwards. Slide it back closer to your chest and your waist and your belly. Slide it forwards. The elbows stay close into your waist. That's it. Slide it back. Notice, oh, your shoulder blades get closer together. Sliding it forwards. Seeing how far you can offer it. Doesn't need to be high. Just go wherever your arms want to go. If they want to go high, they can do. But they're going to come down and you're going to slide it towards sort of belly, high waist, a couple more. That's it. And then we are done. So we're going to go to a seated position, whatever you're doing now. So it might be you stay on your chair, and I'm going to turn my chair just so you can get a side view of what we're going to do. Just move that a little bit. And it might help here to scrunch this towel up and just place it there as a bit of a cushion behind. If you want to go on the floor and get ready for that part, we can do this seated on the floor as well. I'm going to show you both things that we can do. So I'm going to start on the chair. I've got this little towel wedge, so I can just feel something just behind my bum. I'm just going to bring my hands up to my chest, and I'm just going to take myself back a little bit with a straight back and then upright. Back and upright, only to a level I can manage. You could also put your hands underneath your legs. That will give you a little help. If your tummy is feeling sore or it just doesn't feel very strong, hold on to your legs. You might even hold on to, if I hold on to these, they're going to sort of pull right up. But if you've got tighter, stretchier garments on than I've got on, you could do that. Now, if you're doing this on the mat, again, a little towel roll behind you, and your legs can be bent and forwards like this. They could be out to the sides like a sort of frog leg, and your feet facing each other, if that's more comfortable. Either is good. So I'm just wedging that one so I can really feel it. Again, hands can be underneath your thighs, sit tall to start, or on your chest, and just a little forwards and back. It might be just a tiny bit. It might be that you're going quite a long way, but notice my head's going with my back. It's not this, that sort of curve. Everything stays straight. So I'm looking through my window here and I'm going back further away from what I'm looking at, which is somebody's house and roof. And then I'm getting closer towards, oh, it's guttering. And one more. And then just have a little wriggle, a little slump, and then come upright again. If you're sitting, could you sit now so that you are on the side of your chair? So if I bring my chair to face you, I would sit this way because we're going to bring an elbow back. And if we sit face on, it's just going to go right back into the chair. So I'll start with sitting on a chair. We're going to bring our arms forwards, legs comfortable width apart. Right. Going to take a breath in. And as I breathe out, I'm going to take this arm, so it goes down, and it's doing that little slide back that we did before with the arm close. And I'm just having a little look at my elbow. This other arm, I'm trying to just keep it forwards. And go for one side about 3 times. If we're doing this sitting here, you could do it with your legs bent, could be straight, could be even cross-legged, if that feels okay. I'm going to do it with my legs bent and my feet sort of downwards-ish. And sitting up tall, if it doesn't feel tall enough, stick something under your bum as well. And just a few times sliding back. And as I slide that hand back, the other hand reaches forwards. Little pull of opposites. That's the third. And then we're going to swap around to the other side. So I want a turntable. And it's a bow and arrow move, this one. It's really good for getting a little bit of rotation into our ribs and getting into this part of our spine up here, the thoracic part of our spine. So arms forwards, grow tall, and then slide the arm, comes down and back. Your gaze goes towards the back. Maybe you see your thumb, maybe you see your elbow, and then forwards. I can see this other arm moved a lot. I'll try and keep it where it is this time. So I'm imagining it going towards that chest of drawers. And one more. And you're done on that. Give yourself a little slinky wiggle. If you are on the floor or a bed, take the duvet back if you're on the bed. We're going to go into a lying down position. Otherwise, stay in your chair. I'm just going to change the camera a little bit more. Move the chair out of the way. Have that towel with you. Maybe a cushion for your head as well, especially if you normally use a towel as a cushion, so you've got both. I'm just going to grab a little sip of water as well. And what I'd like you to do is roll up your towel and place it between your legs, whether you're sitting on the edge of your bed or a chair, and I'll come and demonstrate sitting up here. Or whether you're lying down, just have that towel just gently between your knees and just hold it there, not dropping it. We're not squeezing it super hard. And get yourself comfy, close to the back of your chair if you're sitting. Spreading your arms out a little on the ground if you're lying down. And then we're just going to start with those tips, those pelvic tilts again. You just get that tipping sensation. And if you're doing this on the ground, you can notice what happens to your lower back. It lowers down towards the floor. It might touch it quite hard, really press down. It might be a little gap away. And then it comes away. It might even arch so much you can get a hand under there. You might rest your hands on your belly and just feel what happens there. That's it. And then I'm going to show you something that's going to be different for lying down and for seated. So if you are lying down, take the thing that's underneath your head away if you've got something there. And you might want your feet slightly closer to your bottom. And then start that tip and tilt. And now bring it a little higher and push into your feet. So you're going up into a bridge, the knees point away from you, and then you lower down. And we're going to do 2 or 3 of those. Keep doing your pelvic tilts if you are seated, but could you do a little wiggle side to side? So you go a little forwards and backwards, and then a little side to side bum wiggle, like you're trying to lift each side of your bum off one by one. If you're lying down, and we've done a few of those little bridges, I'm going to change it. So we're going to take it up. Right, just hold it there. Find something to look at the ceiling. I can see lots of sort of shadows from my blinds. Stare at those. And now I'm just going to tilt towards you. So it's like I'm tilting this hip bone towards you. I've gone a bit wonky. And come down on that side. All the way down. Get to the bottom. Have a little shimmy, a little wiggle. Let everything settle. Roll up again. And then come down. I'm tilting first. Coming down on the other side. And we'll do that a few more times. If you are sitting, let me come into my sitting position. So we've done some forwards and backwards tilts. We've done some little wiggles side to side. I quite like my hands on my hips for that one. And then could you give me some circles? So it's like you're drawing a circle underneath your bottom. Or your bottom is drawing the circle and you feel it all around the pelvis. That's it. And then we'll do another tilt forwards and backwards, a side to side wiggle, trying not to move the top of my body. You could even put your hands on your shoulders, and then we'll do a little circle. There's going to be a bit of wiggle in the top for this one, and then the other way, and then we are all done. Right, I'm coming back down to the floor. If you are seated, come a little closer to the edge of your chair. We don't need the towel so much for this next one, so let's move that to the side. So yes, if you're seated, come to the front third. If you're lying down, we'll have the arms down by our sides, and we're all going to slide a leg away and then bring it back. Slide a leg away and bring it back. And place your hand on your belly, hand sort of near the hip bones. This area is going to be still, so you might want to take a breath in before you slide the leg away. And as you breathe out, slide it away. Press the other foot down more and bring it back. And then slide away again and bring it back. You might have noticed I did one of those of hovering in the air. So you could do that. Hover in the air, bring it back. Hover in the air and bring it back. Now we're going to bring our arms somewhere. So if you're lying down, they're going to the ceiling. If you're seated, they're going ahead. Palms can face each other. Have a little wiggle if you need to. We're going to do the same again. Slide away. This time, hold that leg there and push the heel away. And just hold it there. And then bring it back. Slide the other one away, either on the floor or in the air, and push the heel away. And bring it back. Keep them going. I'm going to demonstrate these seated. Edge of the chair. Growing tall, arms forwards, slide away. And bringing back. So we got that as a sort of basic. And then I'm going to slide. Now I'm going to push my heel away. It can rest on the floor if you like. And bring it back. Slide away, push the heel away. Bring it back. We're going to do one more each side. That's it. Well done. And now we're going to go onto a side position. So if you are sitting, you can go to the side of your chair. So your arm has got a little bit of space here. If you are lying down, we're going to lie on our side. And your legs are in triangle shape. So the points of your knees come forwards. The soles of your feet are in line with your bum and your back and the back of your head. And this arm is just doing whatever it takes to make your neck comfortable. This other arm on top is going to have a little swing. So if you're seated, it's swinging down by your side, hopefully not crashing into your chair. And if you're lying down, it's just swinging in the air. And now we're going to bring this arm a little higher, a little further forwards. And then we're going to take it a little further back, if it will go further back. That's it. And now we're going to make it more like a circle. It might be a bit wonky. You're allowed to bend your arm. That's it. Beautiful. Other way. Perfect. And then we're going to swap sides. So I'm going to come the other way round. In fact, I'll demonstrate the seated version whilst I'm here. So this is where our starting point is. If you're lying down, get yourself into those triangle legs. And the top arm is swinging, controlled swinging, forwards and backwards. And then you might go a little higher. And you might be able to go further back. I can't. I've reached as far as I can. But I think I could take it round if I just bend it a little. And it's not going completely close to me around. It's going out to side. That's okay. I might put my legs a little wider. That might be more comfortable. You can start to turn your body a little if that helps. And take it the other way. Perfect. And then come back to a seated position. So if you're sitting, you're already in a seated position, sit yourself forwards. And if you are on the floor, push yourself up. That's the one. Not roll yourself up from a side position, that's too hard. Now, let's have our legs somewhere comfortable. So they might be long, they might be cross-legged. We're going to just touch our fingers against our head so our elbows are out to the side. It could be lower down. what we're trying to get is a bit of air under here. It's a hot day. Who doesn't need a bit of air? And now I want you to get a bit more air under the armpit. And then it's like you're trying to take your armpit, take it backwards a little, and then forwards. So imagine your armpit here, opening up towards the ceiling even, and back, and then forwards. And you can see your elbow starts drawing this sort of arc shape. And your body moves with it. And let's swap to the other side. So we start with our fingers sort of somewhere near our hair, or they could be here. I'll do mine lower for this one to show you. Armpit is sort of open, and we're going to take this armpit down. It's going towards the ground here, and then I'm taking it up like I'm trying to open it out to all my windows, and then even behind me, and then down. And it feels like my elbow point is just drawing a circle. My elbow's not going forwards and backwards. It stays where it is, and my body is sort of moving to get that point of the elbow, drawing those arcs. Come back to the center. Give your shoulders a little roll. Something nice for your neck. It might be you want to rub it. I'm going to go for a sort of half circle each way, really pushing my head away. Back to the center. Time's up. Palms out to the side. Scoop up the air and take a breath in. Bring your hands together into your chest and breathe out. Thank your body for that gentle bit of movement on this beautiful day. Summer weather in spring. Who would have thought it? Oh, hi Fiona. Nice to have you here. Hi Lucy. Thank you very much. I'll catch the rest of you. I'll go and check the chat out now just before I teach another class. But I shall see you soon. Have a lovely week and enjoy this amazing weather. See you soon.